What if your success has actually less to do with doing more, but everything to do with protecting the fuel that powers your every move, your energy? Most of us are trying to pour from a cracked cup. See, we've convinced ourselves. We call it being committed, being available, being the strong one. But if your peace is taxed, your best gifts show up tired. So ask yourself, where are you leaking energy today? Pleasing people? Always staying on? No clear boundaries? And how about this? No real recovery. See, your energy is your edge, and I need you to guard it or you'll lose it. Welcome, guys, to the Emmanuel Dr. EG3 podcast. I'm Emmanuel George, and most people around here just call me Dr. EG3. And today we're diving into a truth that will shift on how you live and lead. And I want you guys to know that the premise is your energy is your edge. See, when you guard your peace and live from overflow, you stop giving people the tired, scattered version of you and start showing up with clarity, presence, and power. This isn't about doing more, it's about protecting what fuels everything you do. For me, protecting my energy isn't about escaping responsibilities. It's about choosing the rhythms of life that keep me full. Now, one of those rhythms is my morning routine, and it encompasses two things. It's roughly 30 minutes of cardio every morning. But one that I really hold near and dear that makes sure that my cup stays full is making sure that my girls get to school in the morning. Now, one of them catches the bus, so I walk that one to the bus stop. And as we are talking and singing maybe a Hamilton song here or there, and then when the bus picks up, I get the other one and we walk around the corner to the school. And although both commutes are short, it's our space. See, I have no emails, no phone calls coming through, no multitasking. And I make it a priority to talk about the day. What are they excited about? Something that they may consider trying today. And sometimes there's a lot to say and sometimes there's not. But most of the times we just walk, holding hands and trying to spend as much time, for me anyway, to develop what I hope is going to be some core memories. See, I don't touch my phone until they're either on the bus or they walk into the cafeteria to maybe consider some breakfast with friends. And I can tell you, by not focusing on the phone, that one choice for me changes everything. Now, when I finally get back to head to the office or do some work, by the time I get to that inbox, I'm not behind. See, you may be thinking, well, you got to at least check your inbox before you head off to the office. No, it's something about that routine and rhythm that allows me to stay centered. So when I get to campus, I can tell you, I noticed the difference. I listen better in meetings. I teach more with patience. When I'm with my clients, I'm more engaged in giving them more of my presence. See, my energy isn't scattered after that rhythm and routine. It's more focused. Now, I can tell you, recovery for me shows up the same way. I schedule it before I need it. So whether it's, my 30 minutes of cardio in the morning, or it's an afternoon where I want to maybe do a 2 a day or even some meditation, I block it off. I make sure that I pay attention to it. Even on Sundays, I'll take some time for a reset. And I do my Sunday routine to get ready for the week. And it's intentional for me to not only reset my head, but it's also reset my heart. A simple evening where the phones are probably in a whole nother room, or 10 minutes after lunch just for me to stretch the legs or get some fresh air. These may feel like small habits. I can tell you they're not really grand gestures, but they keep me operating from overflow. See, I don't wait for myself to crash to earn some rest. I build the rest in. I understand that it's needed. My goal is to prevent the crash out, to never get there. And there are days where the calendar wants to take over, right? Where things move around and shift around. And I've learned to protect the things that are necessary. But if it needs to move, guess what? As soon as I see it's running over to the time that I've scheduled out, I immediately look at my schedule to, in fact, reschedule it. I don't want to wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, depending on what's going on the night before, or I just, you know how it is, you wake up and you don't feel it. So if I choose not to do the 5 o'clock in the morning cardio session, I immediately look at the schedule as to when could I possibly keep it in for myself. I will look later in the day. Could I probably squeeze in that 30 minutes? Could I do it while maybe one person's getting ready for practice, while they're eating their snack? Could I do it while dinner is being eaten? Now, I recognize that these are little habits that keep me operating in overflow, so I have to ensure that I prioritize it. You know, I have to make sure that they don't disappear, because there's always an opportunity to hit a snooze. There's always an opportunity to do more. There's always an opportunity that something else creeps in on you. But the reality of it is that you have to learn to protect it. When I protect those anchors, everything else gets better. My students get a better professor. My family gets a more patient husband and kind father. The people I work with, they get someone who's clear and calm during the battle stages of the things that we're fighting for to save the world. And see, that's the point. Your energy is not an accident and shouldn't be left up to happenstance. Your peace is not a luxury. And I want you to recognize that living from overflow is a daily choice. See, for me, those few blocks to school and those planned moments of recovery are how I choose it every single day. And I want to give you 3 points to consider as you start to prioritize your energy. And the first one is, I want you to move from output to overflow. Now, when we think about our life KPIs or key performance measures, most of us measure our lives by how much we produce. How many emails have been sent? How many items on the to-do list have been checked? How many meetings have you attended? Now see, all of that's output. That's checking the widgets, seeing how much is getting done. But output without overflow is just the grind, man. And guess what? It's called the grind for a reason. Overflow means you're giving from a place of fullness. When you've walked with your kids maybe, or spent time with friends, when you've worked out, maybe you've prayed, or how about this, you've rested, you show up with way more to give than you were in that constant grind mode. See, the question isn't, what did I produce today? The question should be, what did I pour from today? If it's overflow, your presence carries more weight than any checklist you could have completed throughout the day. Number 2, I want you to replace open access with clear agreements. See, energy leaks out of our day, and they happen when everyone feels like that they can reach you at any time, for anything, for any reason. See, that's open access. See, but your edge comes when you establish clear agreements with people. It could be as simple as blocking off mornings for some of your deep work, where you turn the phone off, get rid of all the distractions, set a timer, and you do some deep work where you're able to dive into what you're working on. Maybe it's also setting office hours so that individuals know that there's some scheduled time that they can connect with you. Or maybe it's telling your family, hey guys, tonight we're going to do no phones at dinner. See, those agreements create boundaries without guilt. And boundaries are not walls. They're doors you decide when to open them. And that shift protects your peace, but more importantly, it ensures people get the best of you, not just the leftovers. Number 3, shift from hustle to renewing habits. See, where we are right now, and for a multitude of reasons, we all live in this hustle and grind culture. See, the hustle mindset says push harder, sleep later, do more, get her done. But hustle steals your edge because it trades these short term gains for long term depletion. You need renewing habits. What they do is they're those rhythms that put energy back into your tank. They do deposits, they refill you. So things such as movement, sleep, meditation, prayer, journaling, laughter, or how about this? Silence. What renews me may not be what renews you, but the principle is the same. And I encourage you to find the things that renew you, because I know the default setting is, oh, it's a spa day, it's a massage, hey, we're all different. I can tell you, being married as long as I have been, I realize there's just some things that are what may seem like luxury to some people. They're just maintenance for others. So I really encourage you to find the things that restore you, that renew you, that refresh you. And I encourage you to schedule them and build them into your schedule before you need them. See, when you do, hustle becomes unnecessary. You don't have to hustle when you have rhythms in your life that refresh and renew you. Because see, you're constantly renewing. And that's what keeps you sharp, steady, and ready. So for your challenge this week, I want to tell you, stop leaking energy. I want you to pick an area right now, whether it's the late nights, the too much caffeinated drinks to keep you up, the constant notifications, maybe it's people pleasing. Look, whatever it is, it's your thing. Write it down. Where are you leaking energy? And then find a way to stop. Cut it off. Plug the hole. This week, I want you to draw a line. Protect your walk, protect your workout, protect your quiet time. Don't negotiate your peace. Because see, your edge is too valuable for you to waste it. And here's the question I want you to wrestle with. If I truly believe my energy is my edge, what would I stop tolerating today? So, if this episode hits home, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with somebody who needs the reminder that energy is their edge. Somewhere on the page, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the future episodes. And if you guys need some more help or tools or want to get in contact with me, please go to my website, emmanuelgeorge.com. And, now what I want you to do is go protect your peace. Live from overflow. And let that energy that you're gaining, filling your tank, that needs to be your edge, because that edge changes everything. And as always, guys, I love you much.